Hello and welcome to Pacific Northwest Crafter Flosstube episode number 9. My name is Crystal and this is my channel where I talk about what I've been cross stitching lately and possibly some other crafts I've been working on. You can also find me on Instagram as Crystal_PNW Crafter. So January was a long month, but I didn't get quite as much done as I was hoping, but I did have a productive month, which is good. It started off kind of slow. The New Year's Day was good. It was relaxing, but I just didn't have a stitchy bug that day and wasn't working on a lot of projects. I think I worked on one or two, but had a nice chill day. But after that weekend, I went to Arizona, had a quick trip over there, and was lucky enough to be able to go to the attic. It is an amazing store. There's so much in there that you could spend the whole day there and not see everything, I think. They're very friendly. It was amazing. I didn't go quite as crazy as to get 56 count, but I did up it to 46 count and got some things there that you'll see later on in the episode. Then I had my birthday, and so of course I had to have birthday start, and so I worked on a new project that I'll show you. And had a nice long relaxing weekend for that. And then with the holiday weekend last weekend, I did get a lot of stitching done on a few projects, so that was good. So I was focusing on, I was productive, but even though there's a couple of things I wish I got finished, but I'll hopefully finish them today or later on this month. So let's get started on the things I have to show you. I did have, let me see here, my notes that I have. I did have 4 finishes, and one of them was a start and finish. So first up is the Christmastide Sampler by Hands On Design. This was an exclusive through the Facebook group. I think it's called Homespun NeedleWork, and that group on Facebook, every once in a while they'll have a project that is all kitted up and everything, and you sign up for it and you get the project. This right now I think is one from, I think it's still going until the 7th, I think is what I saw. It's a Stacy Nash sampler, and so it's really cool. It's just not quite my style. I'm like trying to hold off and finish all the projects I have, because the last time you saw me was on a whip parade, and I came into 2025 with 57 whips. So I am trying to weed that back just a little bit and kind of like hold off. But at the same time, I'm still buying projects and kitting them up and starting them too. So it's a double-edged sword. You want to do everything, but you don't have enough time on it. But the Christmastide Sampler, I got the kit. It was broken. Kathy broke it down for starting on Christmas Day, and then each of the 12 days work on a little section. I did get a little bit behind, but caught up, and I got it done. So it is right here. And it was a cute little stitch. I think it would be great for Christmas time, but then also going into the New Year's, because it's not overly Christmassy. So I think I could keep it up for the winter season as well. And this kit did come with the finishing board and such, so I have all the stuff to FFO it, just haven't gotten there yet. And we'll talk about FFO later on in plans. This is stitched on 32 count charcoal linen. And again, all the call for it, it was all Weeks Dye Works, and it's so super cute. And if you notice on here, let me get here, there's the sampler, but there's also this cute little ornament that also we got the board and everything to finish it. So I started and finished that one. And it's using the exact same color flosses with it as well, and it's also on 32 count charcoal. So yeah, have first ornament of 2025 finished, at least, not on there. So step forward on that. Next step is one of my 2025 one of my 2024 whips that I finished, and it was the Sip, Stitch, and Repeat. I believe this was a 2023 Christmas Sip and Stitch box from Primrose Cottage, and I think they have this available now at their website though. And I finished that one up. It's a cute, I'm going to make it into a cute little pillow. It is stitched on the call for, which is 30, is it 32 count? I'm pretty sure. Nope, 28 count light taupe. The call for is 27. I was stitched on 28, so there's that, and I'm pretty sure I have the finishing, like the, oops, there's a hair on that, I think, a dog hair possibly. I have the fabric to finish that one up as well, so hopefully that one will get finished soon and out for the winter season. It's still winter here. It's supposed to snow. We haven't had snow. We usually don't have snow in the Pacific Northwest, but the weather app is saying snow is possible all week, so my only hope is that means snow day. So I can get more stitching, so we'll see. The last finish I have was a cute little freebie from Cherry Hill Stitchery. I did post this on my Instagram post and put the link for the freebie there, or the link to the blog to get to the freebie and such. So I'll try to find that and hopefully post it on this as well. But I got this one down. So yeah, this was a cute little stitch. I used my own colors. They're all, I believe, classic Colorworks. It's Black Coffee, Cupid, Weeping Willow. Oh, and what's the pink one? It's a really light pink from Classic Colorworks. I don't have that one, but if you're interested in this or anything that I post, please feel free to shoot me a message. I'm happy to answer any questions you have. But that was a cute little finish, and again, hoping to put that one into a little pillow. So those were my finishes, and then I had the one starts, but I finished it as well, and I had 4 other starts this month. So the first one I started on January 1st was Peace and Goodwill by Brenda Gervais, or With Thy Needle and Thread. And it's just a cute little stitch. I'm considering this my New Year's sampler, my blessing sampler, that's what it's called. Different things. The way I look at blessing samplers is I want to stitch something or try to stitch something within the month that is kind of my intention for the year and such. And this one with Peace and Goodwill, I thought that was a good intention for the month or for the year. So I decided to work on this one. And I am stitching this on 36 count Tephra by Cedar River Linens. And that's where I'm at. I was trying so hard to finish this last night. I was going to do a Flosstube. I think I'm going to do Flosstubes that last Friday of the month going forward. We'll see how that goes, if it's too long in between them. But I was going to film Flosstube like, no, I can get this done instead. Yeah, no, that didn't happen. And I even stayed up late. So, but I'm almost there. I just have a little bit of the wreath. There's a little bit here and there with trees and such, the words in that house. I am using the call for, except on the house, I am, let me rephrase this. On the house, at this time, I'm switching up the colors. It's supposed to be, the house is supposed to be done all in this, I believe it's, it's a sampler art. It's a Gentle Arts one. And it's the same that's used in the pair up here. The same color, and it's supposed to be all in that. Yellow gold, I think it might be that color. I'll have to look. But Jessica the Sweetwater Stitcher switched hers to the pink, and I really like the pink house and how it kind of balances out. And I also kind of was thinking that the pink house leaned a little bit more Valentine's, so I could keep it out a little bit longer to go into winter / Valentine's with that. So that's my thought on that. And that's where I'm stitching now. And then the Peace and Goodwill, I had a thought of maybe switching it to the blue instead of Dirt Road, I think it is. Weeks Direct Dirt Road. And switching it to the blue, which is Classic Colorworks Deep Fennel. So yeah, that's where I'm. Oh, I also changed out the white because, here it is. I forgot I pulled up the floss. So the gold color is Heirloom Gold by Gentle Arts, and then the pink color is Wood Rose by Gentle Arts. Those two. And like I said, the Deep Fennel by Classic Colorworks is the blue. But then the white is called for white is Weeks Dye Works Light Khaki. In mine, every time I get light khaki, I like it, but then it seems so yellow. So here it is on the back. Oops. Switch the two. This one is light khaki. And it seems just way too yellow for snow. Or for clean snow, in my opinion. So I switched it out to grits. on that one. So there's that. Oh, I did get myself a new lovely project bag from Wildberry Stitching. Cute little patchwork. Love the blues and the taupes on that one. And hopefully I'll get that one finished today. That's my goal, is to work on it after I film the Flosstube and hopefully have a finish for that. Just one day late. Next up is another start that I did was part of that same Primrose Cottage Sip and Stitch box from 2023 as the Sip Stitch Repeat. And it is Warm Winter Wishes. I believe there's a whole total of 3. And I have them all kitted up in the same bag. Yeah. The third one was Christmas Trees and Stitching Place, and I haven't started that one yet. I have the fabric all cut and ready, but I haven't stitched it. They all use the same floss pack, and I did get the finishing kit for that, so, or it came with the Sip Stitch box. So here is what I got started. I got a lot done, and I started this on the plane on my way back from Arizona. So I'm almost actually done with this one. So love that quick little stitch. And then next up is my birthday star. So you're seeing like some of my haul in between here too. But this haul, all of this product that I'm going to show you now came from the attic when I went there. And there's some other stuff I'll show you later. But the pattern I decided on, is, hopefully don't butcher this, Felicidades y Recuerdos. And that means congratulations and memories or kind greetings. And I thought this was so cute. I wanted to stitch something on 46 count, kind of challenge myself. The highest I ever went before was 40 count. So I decided this would be a nice kind of simpler project and everything. But I also wanted to kind of use a new fabric, new floss to me. This is charted in Classic Colorworks, but I decided to do it in the Classic Colorworks Belle Soie. And got this cute little floss holder, and these are my colors that I'm using. I did switch up. The one lighter flower in this is root beer, and it was kind of brownish, and so I wanted to switch it up, so I'm going to change it out to this purple. But there's those colors, and I have my conversion too if you want to see it real quick. So far I've only worked on the border, but it has been fun. I'm trying to make sure I show you the right way. So yeah, so far I've only worked with 2 of the colors. The Belle Soie is great. I'm loving that floss, and I'm loving how this is turning out. This is just a green and a red, and then all the variegation is within the floss. So I want to make sure I had the border done. That's the biggest chunk of it, and then I'll work on the fun part of the flowers and such. So loving that stitch. That was my birthday start. So glad to start that one. I also decided to make myself a project bag to go with it, and love this. I think it's Tula Pink fabric with all the little squirrels on it. Just super cute. So I worked on that this month too, as well as the project bag, that is. And then the last thing that I started was, it was also haul, was I loved all the Primrose Cottage's new Valentine's patterns. And so I got, one of them that I got was the Valentine's Day quilt. And I got the floss pack. Oop, there is a very large hanging thread in this one. And so here we are. And I am stitching this on the called for with the called for floss. So it is on 32 count blush, and the colors are Classic Colorworks. And I love all their quilts and Quakers and such. So that's a cute little Valentine's Day stitch I wanted to start. Then I worked on some other projects this month, some winter ones and some Valentine's Day, and then a special one for Inauguration Day. So some winter ones that I worked on, I'm still working on the very last one in the Seasons of the Heart by Brenda Gervais, and with a needle and thread. So I've stitched all the other seasons. I'm just working on winter, and I have until, I want to say it's February 21st is when the spring, is it spring solstice or spring equinox? Whichever one it is. That's my goal, is to finish it by then. And I'm on a really good start. So here we are. And I'm stitching it on the called for 40 count Vintage Country Mocha using all the called for floss, which is a combination of, I definitely know it's Weeks Dye Works. After stitching all these, I've become very familiar with Weeks Dye Works Oscar and oilcloth, but I do love those colors. There are a couple of DMCs and a couple of gentle arts in there as well. I'm trying to look in the pattern and make sure I'm double checking. Yeah, it's coming along great. The border is almost done. It's just like the little leaves and flowers or berries on the leaves and on the border here. And then I got some trees and snow in that house. So I'm making progress, which is good. And I got some time. The next up winter stitch that I'm working on is Winter Folk by Hands On Design. I have the paddle board for this one, and I have finished spring and I've finished summer. Autumn, I kind of got sidetracked, and that's still a whip in progress. And I'm working on this one. Winter Folk was a stitch along with the Sarahs. So it's handmade by Sarah W. and Stitchy Sarah Reads on Instagram. They finished theirs. I did not finish, but you're still welcome to do the hashtag and everything and link or tag them. Tag them is the word I was looking for on Instagram on it. And this is how far I've gotten on it. And this is the Winter Folk, again, by Hands On Design. It's all on DMC. There's some specialty stitches that are throughout each one of the folks. And this is 32 count Driftwood by Fabrics by Stephanie. And so yeah, getting progress done on that one. Working my way towards a finish. The next one is a PDF pattern from an Etsy shop. It is my birthday start from last year. And it's just a simple Mickey house, Mickey castle. It's not charted in any colors. It's just a single monochromatic. Here's the castle. And I had started it in one colorway, not liking it, so I started over on this side. So I'm getting some progress. I think what I had before was to here. I did mess up on the ear, so I had to pull it out and put it back in. And I'm kind of going along. I decided I'm going to outline it in purple and then fill it in with the coral color. I think this is Legworms. This is all, they're 4 colors from Color and Cotton, and they were in the pack, the floss pack that Nicole Spohr curated to do the Teresa Koget freebie create everyday stitch. So I'm just using, I had them leftovers, I'm using those colors. And I talk about that a little bit more of why those colors in my whip parade. So that's a plug to go check that out. Another stitch that I kept on working on was Snowman 2024 by Primrose Cottage. And this is, I got Snowman 2023 was finished, and so I want to work on the 2024. I'm not going to stitch the year in it though. 2023 didn't have the year, so I kind of want to keep them cohesive a little bit. So that's why I'm not going to stitch the year in this one, and also why I'm using the call for DMC instead of the call for overdye of the Color and Cotton overdye. It's gorgeous, and I love the overdye floss, but the 2023 used DMC, so I kind of again wanted to keep it cohesive. And here I am on this one. Got all the snowman's practically done, and I worked my way in the basket. Kind of like to do the bigger chunks, or at least start on the bigger chunks, so that way if I kind of get bored with the bigger chunks of things, then I go do a little bit of the other stuff, and then I can come back to this and break it up. And this is on 32 count taupe. See, there we go. Should hold them up closer. Sorry about that. So there's that one. And then there's a couple of Valentine's Day stitches that I worked on. First step was Big Hearted Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. I love all the tiny towns. I've yet to finish one. So, I think this is the only one I've actually started too. So, but I do love them, and I want to finish them into a drum. I think that'll be fun. I've never done a drum before. So this is how far I got. I got some of the fence here and a little post box and a little hill of snow on it. This is on 32 count powder pink splash. Fabric flare, I think it is. So, and I'm using all the called for overdyes on this one. Love all the pinks and reds. that. And the other Valentine's Day stitch I worked on was Loads of Love by Primrose Cottage. And I just loved all these little truck signs. I think there's at least 5. There's at least 5 of them that I know I have. There's the love one. There's a spring carrot farm, patriotic, autumn, and a Christmas. And I don't know if there's more than 5 or not. So I'm stitching this one up. I started it last year and forgot to grab my board. So we'll just use the pattern as the board. But here we are. And my plan is to stitch all of them on a 36 count so I can kind of swap them out on one frame, use magnets and swap it out. So this is 36 count Toasted Almond by Fabrics by Stephanie. And I'm using all the called for floss. And it's mostly DMC, but then there's a few that are over dyed. Oh, I did switch out one of them actually. The red was charted as a DMC, but I switched it out and used an over dyed in the red too, because there's also a big old booth. That little booth that's all red. And I kind of wanted some movement and variegation in that, so I switched that out to an over dye as well. And hold on, I can tell you which one it was. I want to say it's Louisiana hot sauce. Switched it out to that one. So there, color palette for that one. So I'm loving that one, how it's turning out. We'll see if I can get it done in time or not. Maybe I'll get it done in February, but I don't know about before Valentine's Day. And then the last thing I worked on this month was on Inauguration Day. I was feeling like I should be stitching something patriotic for Inauguration Day and MLK Day. So I got out my whip for Patriotic Quaker by Primrose Cottage. And I am stitching this on 32 count light taupe, the called for, with all the called for floss. It's all classic, it's color and cotton. The 3 different color and cottons. So I got a little bit more progress done on this one. I love all the patriotic stuff and can't wait to get into that season and stitch more of the patriotic things. So that was all the cross stitching I did. You saw the one bag that I sewed on. Didn't sew anything else. I did work on some socks knitting wise. So I worked on some socks. I got one sock done, and I was working on another Christmas sock, and I kind of squirrel and go off to different projects on the socks. And then I did get a sock set that specifically for my birthday, so of course I had to start it. And that was the Beauty and Beast sock set by Three by the Sea. And it was their Beauty and the Beast sock set. It's the Stellina sock, and I got a whole 10 rows done. But it's progress. It's progress, which is all that counts. Is I'm having fun, enjoying it, and making progress to something that I'll love in the end. And I love the process as well. So that was fun. And that was all of my projects that I did. So I did get some haul. There was, of course, all the Christmas haul and such. I got an order from Color and Cotton when they had their special, and I got that for Christmas, and I got some other things. I'm not going to show all of it, but for January, like I said, I went to the attic. So hold on a second. Had a getting a little bit dry in the mouth there. So show you a few things. The attic was just there's so much. And I was like, oh, I want this, and I want this, and I want this. So I had to limit myself. I got what I started for my birthday. I also got a couple other pieces of fabric. There was this Lady Godiva by Seraphim. That's 40 count. And I just love the color of that one. And I hadn't seen it before. And then they said this was kind of I thought they said it was exclusive to them, but then maybe it was just because she wasn't dyeing anymore. They said it was something unique to the attic, but it's Miss Crescent's Crown. And this is Coffee Cake, and it's in 36 count. Let me open it up just a little bit. And I love the color and modeling on that one. And the reason I say I don't know if it's exclusive to them is I thought I saw Miss Crescent's crown at the attic, or no, I'm sorry, the attic's where I got this. At Acorns and Thread as well, but now I can't remember. So, but I got those 2 pieces of fabric. No idea what I'm going to do with them, but hey, they're, you know, I'll have my stash to use for another project. And then I also got this pattern. It's Stitching Maiden by Quaint Rose Needle Arts, and I've never seen it before, and it was just so cute. And I think I want to switch up her dress a little bit to be more greens, because that's my favorite color, and maybe her hair a little bit darker to match mine, I was thinking, so it's more reflective. But it was just so super cute, and I thought I had to get that one. And then I've been eyeing this and eyeing this and eyeing this, and then after seeing people with their whip parades and, you know, and how many people had projects out of this book, I'm like, I have to get it. The Winds of Autumn by Blackbird Design. I mean, I want to stitch this. I want to stitch this. This is really cute. Oh my gosh, that's cute. And yeah, all of the things. So I got that book finally. And then for my birthday, of course, I had to make a trip to Acorns and Threads. I got a little bit of more blush, but in 40 count. That I think I have some projects in mind for, that you'll see next. It's a teaser. And then there's a couple of patterns I had to get. Holiday Hoopla. Oop, there we go. By Brenda Gervais. This might be my Valentine's Day start. I haven't quite decided yet. And then Love Notes, also by Brenda Gervais. And I definitely want to start one of these today. I don't know if it's the coffee cup or this. They're all charted in DMC, but I think I want to use Classic Colorworks Cupid for the red. That was my thought. I also kind of want to stitch it on Duxbury, and that might be in the mail. Hoping it gets delivered today. And then the last pattern I got there was another Brenda Gervais, A Girl in the Garden. A Girl in Her Garden. And I keep on coming back to this one. It's just super cute. Do I have a garden? No. I want a garden, but I don't have the space for it right now, or the green thumb. I'm cross stitching too much. But it was just so super cute, and with the little doggy there. Love that one. Then I did get an order from Primrose Cottage. I got the Valentine's Day quilt that you saw. I also got, out of their Valentine's Day releases, the Valentine's Day alphabet and Home Sweet Home. And I got to stitch all of those. I got the floss pack that comes with it, as well as a finishing kit for the quilt. And of course the 32 count blush. But I think one of those I want to stitch on the 40 count blush. So we'll see. And then I also finally got the Winter Forest. This is just too cute. I was gonna stitch that one this year, and I don't know. Even with snow, snow's coming up this week maybe, so maybe I'll get in the winter mood still. I'm a little bit over it though, as I'm sure all of us are. Then I did get one other little piece of haul from 123 Stitch. There's the Turtle Doves. I was missing this one in the series. I think I also am missing the 5th one, but I believe that one's going to be a little bit more readily available than this one. This one I couldn't find in a lot of places. From the Jingle Ball, I took the Hello from Liz Matthews Star Pillow finishing class, and we used the bees, and I thought it would be really cute to finish a couple of Valentine's Day items in red or gold beads. But then when I got these, I think I got the wrong size. So we'll see. But the real reason I wanted to get something from 123 Stitch is for 46 count raw. So I was enjoying stitching on the cream color 46. I want to stick with the lighter colors for now. But I wanted to try out some other fabrics. So I got the 46 count because I saw Nicole Spohr, one of her floss tubes. She's been stitching the Primrose Cottage freebies that are coming out monthly on 46 count raw. And like those are turning out super cute. I'm like, oh, that'd be a good little stitch to try keep trying my hand at 46 count on. So I got some of that too, with plans for future doing those stitches on that. And that wraps it up. Some plans. I have decided that February is going to be my finishing February frenzy. I have a lot of projects that I've finished, but I haven't FFO'd, and I really want to focus on FFOing some projects so I have them for display. I mean, I do enjoy and love to do the process of stitching it and having the finish, and I also love the finished project as well. There's just that gap in between of like, okay, now I gotta get out a sewing machine or figure out how I'm gonna finish it and such, that it causes a huge speed bump in my process on it. So I think I want to focus this February on FFOing some of them. So look forward to that, possibly. Fingers crossed. And then I was thinking as I was filming this that, hey, there's a lot of whips that I only have just a little bit more to go on. Like the Snowman 2024 that I showed you. I think if I concentrated on that for maybe a couple of nights or 3, then I could get that one done. So I'm going to see which projects I have that are close and work on those. Some other things I wanted to do is I'm still debating on something. So Lisa from Black Coffee and Grits, she is stitching a Blackbird sampler, I think it is, which is black, all in monochromatic, and it's a black thread. I believe she's using Black Coffee, but I'm not positive on that one. But I saw it and I loved it, and then she said instead of doing the red sampler wall, she's going to do a black sampler wall. I'm like, that is awesome. And I thought that was a great idea. And then my favorite color is green. I'm like, wait a second, what if I did the charts but all in different green flosses? So I'm contemplating that. So my idea is to maybe stitch the Blackbird sampler, but instead of using a black color, use like a really dark green. I think I found a classic Colorworks, I want to say it was Pine Needles or Balsam Fir, one of the two. It's a really dark green, so I thought, well, maybe if I stitch that, and then I can find different samplers and pick different shades of green and stitch it in that and have that as my sampler wall. So those are thoughts that are going through my head right now on that. But then, of course, there's other things I want to stitch as well. I have Winter Rose Manor that I started last year as my Leap Day start that I haven't touched yet this year, and I really want to get to that one. Then there's also some spring kits that I want to kit up and get ready for spring, as well as Primrose Cottage has a really cute shamrock or St. Patrick's Day Quaker that's coming out, and it's really, I want to kit that one up and start it in March. So those are the plans for February. Oh, there is one other plan that I wanted to ask your opinion about. So I'm part of Liz Matthews' Patreon. I joined mid-year last year because of one pattern that was gorgeous, and it was the seaside of the 2 different colors of fabric, and I'm working on the pumpkin house. But the one that I haven't started yet is Spring House. And I really do love this pattern and such, and I want to start it this spring, but I don't know which fabrics to use. I want to use the Call for DMC on it. I'm pretty sure it's called DMC. Yeah, DMC, it's called for DMC. The other ones are as well. But I just don't know which fabrics to use. The blue, I like this blue, but I kind of want to make it more of a lighter blue. I'm thinking like an overcast day, but still kind of sunny. If there's a fabric that matches that exactly. And then the down here for the bottom, this is which one is it on? She stitched it on Cypress by Fiber on a Whim. And I want to stitch it on something that's a little bit more green, like just fresh new green grass is what I was thinking. But then there's a lot of green in the DMC, so it can't compete with that. So those are my thoughts on it. Have I found the fabric yet? No. So that's what I was wondering, if anybody has started this yet. Give me your ideas on some good fabrics. They have to be the same count, of course, and it's suggested that they be from the same dyer as well, so that you have better chances of them lining up. However, this one doesn't have any lines that meet up, so I think I have a little bit more of a leeway on that one, in case they're off by just a little bit. So anybody have any ideas or have started that one, drop me a line. I'd be happy to hear from you. I'm happy to hear from you on anything that I'm stitching or what you're working on and such. Love chatting with everybody and love showing you what I've been working on. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a great February if I don't see you before the end of it, and happy crafting. Bye.